Alrighty, welcome, one and all. And this is your host, ID Jester. 1989 Kansas City Royals, game number 85. Going up against the Chicago White Sox at home. A record of 48 and 36. Starting pitchers will be Mark Gubaza versus Greg Hubbard, left-hander for the White Sox. Lineups. Gerald Boston in center field, Steve Lyons at third, Harold Baines is the DH, Ivan Calderon is right field, Dan Pasquale is in left, Carlton Fisk is the catcher, Greg Walker is at first, Jeff Schaefer is at second, and Ozzie Gillen is at shortstop. Pitching today for the White Sox, Greg Hibbard. We'll look at him when we get a chance. For your hometown Kansas City Royals, we have Willie Wilson leading off in center field. We have Kevin Steitzer at third base. We have George Brett at first. We have Bo Jackson back out in left field after DHing for quite a few games in a row. Pat Tabler in right field. Danny Dartenbowl will be the DH today. Bob Boone will be the catcher. Frank White will be at second base, and Brad Wellman will be at shortstop. Hey, to the one sports broadcaster on YouTube, says Anton Dent. Welcome, welcome. That's it. Game number 85 of the season. Here we go. Mark Gubaza. He's 9-4 with a 3.10 ERA. He's struck out 101, only walked 29. Let's see if Mark Gubaza can improve that record up against the White Sox. White Sox are 1-4 against Kansas City. So let's get things underway here. Mark Gubaza, the right-hander, and Darrell Boston, the left-hander. It's going to be a ground ball hit to White. White scoops it up. Throws to first base in time, one away. Steve Lyons, who was 4 for 4 last time, he's going to strike out. That's two-way here in the top of the first. Harold Baines, he's going to walk. So a two-out walk given up by Gubaza. He's going to take on Ivan Calderon. And Calderon strikes out on a 3-2 pitch. And that's going to do it. So no runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the first. Greg Hibbard. He's pitched 9 innings. I'm sorry, he has a ERA of 9. He's pitched 3 innings. He's given it 4 hits, no strikeouts, 3 walks. That could be good for us. Willie Wilson, 281 average, steps to the plate. Waits on the pitch. Here it comes. He strikes out. Kevin Steitzer, 263 average so far. 3-4. And that is going to be an auto out. Ground ball hit to Schaefer for the out. 2A for George Brett. George Brett is going to walk. So once again, both teams giving up a 2-out walk. That brings up the cleanup hitter, Bo Jackson. This is his 80th game. 311 at-bats. Scored 55 runs. Has 66 RBIs, 20 home runs, 14 stolen bases, and a 293 average. Let's see if he can get the job going here for Kansas City. And he's going to strike out to end the inning. So just like the White Sox, no runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the top of the second. Scoreless here. Dan Pasquale, 217 average. That's a 3-3. And that's going to be a ground ball hit to Steitzer. Down the line, that brings up Carlton Fisk, only batting 188 against the Royals. 3-4. That's going to be hit to Steitzer. He misses it. Can't range to get it. It goes all the way down into the corner. Jackson running over, tracks it down, throws the cannon to second. His tag is applied, but dropped. The ball is dropped by White, or they would have had him. That's going to be a double given up by Mark Gubaza. So one out double by Fisk in the corner. Greg Walker. And he is hit by the pitch. So White Sox have something going here in the top of the second. One away. Runners at first and second. Jeff Schaefer. And a good strikeout there by Gubaza. So two away now for Ozzie Gillen. And that is going to be an auto out as Steitzer picks it up, runs to the bag in time, and that's going to end the threat in the top of the second inning. We're going on to the bottom of the second. Pat Tabler, Danny Tartenbull, and Bob Boone do up against Greg Hibbard. 6-4. Range play here for Tat Tibbler. 6-4. That is going to short. And that's Gillen. Great range. Makes the play. Danny Tartenbull, the DH today. Danny Tartenbull. 3-3. It's a fly ball to left. Pasquale. Two away for Bob Boone. Another range play. And a 4 and a 2. It's a liner at second base. Schaefer makes the play. So two range plays, two good defense. We're going on to the third inning. Darrell Boston, top of the lineup. And he's going to strike out. Steve Lyons is over one with the strikeout as well. And that is going to be a ground ball hit to Brett. Call that a 3-1 put out. And then Harold Baines. Another range play here. 36, fly ball to Wilson in center field. Comes in on it. Little blooper, makes a nice diving catch. No runs, no hits, no errors. We're going on to the bottom of the third. Greg Hibbard pitching a great game so far. Frank White, the right-hander, and gives up the leadoff single. So one man on, nobody out for Brad Wellman. Only betting $1.96. And he is going to walk. So the first two aboard here in the bottom of the third. Brings up Willie Wilson, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. 279 average. Ooh, almost walked. That would have been nice. 6-3. That's going to be a ground ball back to the pitcher. And it is going to be a ground ball double play. Advancing to third will be White. Pitcher turns around, throws it to second, on to first. It's going to be a 1-6-3 double play. Not what the Royals wanted. Runner at third, Steitzer up 5-4. And they're going to walk Steitzer. Put runners at the corners for George Brett. 254 average. Come on, George. Get a big hit. 2-5. It's going to be a ground ball down to Walker. And that's no runs on one hit, no errors. We're going on to the fourth inning. Calderon. And that's nothing. 4-5. Fly ball into left field. Jackson makes the catch. And a strikeout. That's number 5 on the day. Cabaza pitching a good game as well. And strikeout number 6 against Carlton Fisk. We're on to the bottom of the fourth inning already. Bo Jackson 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And, ooh, look at that. Missed the auto out. Give Jackson an extra opportunity. 2-3. Fly ball into center field. One away for Pat Tabler. Right-hander. 2-3. That's going to be ground ball hit to Schaefer at second. And Danny Tartanbull. 5-4. Another 2-out walk. So Tartanbull goes down to first. Brings up Bob Boone 0-1. Possible error check time. And that's going to be a single and a throwing error. One base error. And runners are going to move up to third and second with 2 outs for Frank White. So Frank White, second baseman, 6'5", against the lefty. He's going to pop him up in the infield grass. Over at third, Lyons calls everyone off, makes the catch, inning over. No runs on 1 hit and an error. We're going to the top of the 5th, still scoreless. Greg Walker. Ooh, look, he just missed the split as well. Greg Walker, ground ball down to Brett at first. Jeff Schaefer, error in the ground ball possibility. 3-2. White, no error. I know you already did the sacrifice mission. Nope. Not even sure if I will do it, to tell you the truth. 2-2. 2-5, ground ball. And we're going on to the bottom of the 5th. Now I just, maybe I'll get excited about it sometime. I'm just, haven't got around to it. I played a little bit of Warframe earlier, but the grind is killing me, so I just decided to take a break. Brad Wellman, the shortstop, 5-3. Brad Wellman, the righty. And a 5 is going to be a single. So that's going to fall in. So leadoff single by Brad Wellman. Brings up Willie Wilson. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Do they want to play in? Corners in, thinking that Willie Wilson's going to butt. You know what? Willie Wilson's going to try for bunt for a hit. 52. Oh. Batter out at first. So the bunt attempt. Runner on first. Ground ball double play. Wow. Not what the doctor ordered there. Kevin Steitzer. Should have just bunted. Should have just hit. So did I, says Anton Dent. I'm playing WWE 2K18. Nice. What do you think of that game? So on the top of the 6th, still scoreless here in Kansas City. Best opportunity gone by the wayside. Ground ball to White, 1 away. Steve Lyons. Another range play, 5-4. Back to Gabaza, who off the end of his glove runs over, grabs it, underhand throw to Brett in time. 2-way. And Harold Baines batting .550 against Kansas City. 32, fly ball into left field. And Mark Gabaza pitching a good game. Brett 0-1 with a walk. 65. It's going to be ground ball. No error on Schaefer. Brings up Bo Jackson, 0 for 2 on the day. Come on, Bo. 1-4. That's going to be a single. Pass Schaefer at second. And let's just let it ride. Pat Tabler, 4-2. Pat Tabler, 5-4. 14. Oh, he just missed the double. Flies out. And Danny Dartenbull 0 for 1 with a walk. And he's going to walk. Moves Jackson up to second base. And bottom of the sixth. 2 away for Bob Boone. Big opportunity. Bob Boone lines one down to third. And that's going to end the inning. So on to the 7th inning. Still scoreless. Gabaza still pitching a heck of a game here against Ivan Calderon. And that's going to be a leadoff double. Not what we wanted there. Defense is going to play corners in. And they're going to sacrifice. Try to get him over to third here. 5-5. Great bunt. Everyone's safe with a single. Isn't that wonderful? So runners at the corners, no one out. Defense playing in against Carlton Fisk. And we got a range play, which means if it's hit to the infield, we are so screwed. 4-6. That's going to be to Jackson. Cannot make the play. Lead runner advances. If roll is less than or equal to. So you're going to advance. And on the throw to third, if the roll is less than or equal to the trailing runner, he's going to advance as well. So runners at second and third. Still no one out here in the top of the 7th. Things are going horribly wrong all of a sudden for Kansas City. They have a meeting on the mound. Going to try the pickoff. Oh, they got the pickoff. They got the pickoff on, I'm going to assume it's going to be second base there. So we're going to be forced out. There we go. I don't think too many pickoff attempts at third base. So that's good. Defense is going to play in now. Try to get the runner before he can get across. Error possibility. 1-6 fly ball to center. Is it deep enough? It's not deep enough. Runner holds. So 2 away for Ozzie Gillen. 3-5 and strikes out. So runners at first and third, no one out, and they were only able to plate 1 run. Well done defense. I'm kind of happy. That's 3 hits, 1 run on no errors. So Greg Hibbard back out for the bottom of the 7th against Frank White. Foul ball, roll again. Frank White is 1 for 2, ground ball to short. Brad Wellman 1 for 1 with a walk. 4-4. Another error check. And that's going to be an error. 1 base error. Willie Wilson in. Defense is going to play corners in thinking they're going to bunt. We did roll the sacrifice. But instead, I'm going to actually put on a hit and run. Putting on the hit and run. 6-2. No strikeout, fortunately. 1-4. 14 is going to be a triple by Willie Wilson with the runner running on the pitch. He's in safely, and we got a tie ball game here in the bottom of the 7th. And all of a sudden, that's going to be it for Greg Hibbard. Greg Hibbard is done. So, we just need to figure out who's coming in. Excuse me. What number is this? This is game 85. Game number 85. 85 against the White Sox. There we go. All right. Who came in after Hibbard? Don Paul, the righty, came in, so we're going to put him in. So we got a matchup here, righty versus righty. Steitzer's 0 for 2 with a walk. Runner at third, 6-2 and a strikeout. So 2 away for George Brett, 21. And George Brett, 2-2, ground ball to short. And we got to say top of the 8th, 1-1 ball game. Top of the lineup, and Garbaza still pitching strong against the lefty. That would have been a single against a right-hander. Fly ball to Jackson. Steve Lyons. And that is strikeout number 8 for Garbaza. And Harold Baines. And that is going to be a auto out. Down the line to Steitzer. Comes in. Barehand throw to Brett in time. Go to the bottom of the 8th. Still 1-1. Jackson, Tabler, Tardenbull 2 up against Don Paul. 51. Strikes out Jackson. Pat Tabler 4-4. And 3-4. It's going to be ground ball to short. 2 away for Danny Tartenbull. And he's going to strike out. And pitcher must be removed from the game. So, who is coming in? Jeffrey Montgomery. Monty's coming in. Monty's making an appearance here. Let's check out Monty here. 4-2, 8 saves, 3.92 ERA, 54 strikeouts, only 13 walks. We're going to the top of the 9th, 1-1 ball game here. Ivan Calderon, 3-2, strikes him out. 1 away for Dan Pasquale. 2-2, he strikes out against Monty. 2 away, Carlton Fisk. We got a stadium check. And that's going to result in a rare play. Third baseman changes and failed to make it. It's a foul ball. Repitch. Carlton Fisk, 3-5. And 5-3. That's not what we wanted to see there. That's going to be a double for Carlton Fisk. It gives Greg Walker a shot here in the top of the 9th, 2 away. Another range play here at the ballpark. Another rare play. Right fielder dives. It's an S9 range play. He missed it. And 1-1 lead runner advances, scores on the play. And advancing to second on the throw home. And the White Sox take a 2-1 lead here in the top of the 9th. Schaefer against Monty. Liner at second. That brings up Boone, White, and Wellman. And they are thinking they're bringing in Bobby Thigpen here in the bottom of the 9th inning. 2-1. Bob Boone, 1 for 3 on the day. .55. Ground ball to third, one away. Frank White, 1 for 3. The right-hander, 3-3, and White's got himself no. Out to right field, down in their last out, Brad Wellman. Shortstop, Brad Wellman. And he's going to have ground ball. No error on Walker, and that's going to do it. Kansas City loses to the White Sox 2-1. Well pitched affair. Excuse me. The win goes to Don Paul. The loss, Jeff Montgomery. Bobby Thigpen. 9 strong innings pitched by Mark Gubaza. Only gave up 4 hits, 1 run earned, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts, 1 batter hit. And fortunately, no decision for him as he was matched pitch for pitch by Greg Hibbard. 6 and a third innings, gave up 5 hits, 1 run, 5 walks, only 2 strikeouts. Well, that's the way things go sometimes as Kansas City falls to Chicago. I'm going to turn the sound off again here. We're going to try and give you guys a little. Oh my God. That sound is crazy stupid. We might give you guys a little double-header action here. The last game against the White Sox here. Then Kansas City goes to face off against the Yankees. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games at New York. Coming up after this, we got Steve Rosenberg versus Brett Saberhagen. Sound off, injuries, no. Everything else is fine. We need a second baseman again. Schaefer's coming into play. All right, play ball. Excuse me, Jesus Christ. All right, here we go. Brett Saberhagen. It's Gallagher, Lyons, Baines, Calderon, Pasquale, Walker, Schaefer, Gillian, and Rod Karkovice against Eisenreich, Steitzer, Brett, Jackson, Tabler, Turnbull, McFarland, White, Wellman, Brett Saberhagen, 13-1. Let's see if he can continue his dominance. Gallagher, top of the first, 2-4, fly ball to center, 1 away. Steve Lyons, no strikeouts. That's going to be a single, 1 out single. Harold Baines, 4-5. Range play here, 6-4. It's to Jackson, can't make it. So runners are first and second, 1 away. Calderon, 2-3. He's going to strike out. 2 away for Pasquale. 4-4. Walks the bases loaded. Here in the top of the first, Greg Walker. 4-3. Fly ball out. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors. Going on to the bottom of the first, Eisenreich in the lineup today. Let's see if Eisy can get going. 32, fly ball to left. Steitzer, 6-2, ground ball back to the pitcher, Rosenberg, 4-2. And before we strike him out, let's check out Rosenberg. He's pitched 2/3 of an innings for so far, but he strikes out Brett out of the second. Schaefer here, and he's going to get himself a double. And to right field, leadoff double, 3-5. That's a wild pitch. Runner on to third. 6-5. No strikeout. And that is going to be a fly ball. Is it deep enough? Runner scores. Sacrifice fly. So 1-0. One away for Karkovice. 6-2. That's going to be a double by Karkovice. No error on Jackson. Dave Gallagher. 3-6. And a fly ball into left field where Jackson roams. Steve Lyons, 2 away. And that is going to be a single. Tabler throws to second and gets him, guns him out at second base. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors. We're moving on to the bottom of the second, 2-0. Bo Jackson needs to get things rolling here for Kansas City. Bo Jackson. And that's going to be a single off the left-hander. And he's going to steal. Stolen base for Jackson. Just like I said, get things rolling. Pat Tabler, 2-5. Ground ball down to Lyons. Jackson will stay where he's at. Tartanbull. Danny Tartanbull, 3-3. So 2 away. McFarland. Mike McFarland. And he's going to single. Coming around to score is going to be Bo Jackson. Just like that. Getting that offense going just like we requested. Bo Jackson. 2-5. And that's going to fly ball out to right field. 1 run on 2 hits. Bo Jackson scores another run for Kansas City. They cut into the lead. It's now 2-1. Let's see if Saberhagen can shut down the offense here. 1-4. Nope. That's going to be a single into center field. Calderon. 3-4. 3-4. Uh-oh. Shoo. Just missed his pitch there. 6-1 pop-up. Third base. Pasquale, 3-3. Strikes out. That's Saberhagen's second strikeout. 6-5. Walker. 2-4. Fly ball to Tabler. So run, no hit. I'm sorry, 1 hit, no run, no errors. Bottom of 3, 2-1. Chicago. This is game 86 of the season. Wild pitch, we can re-roll that. Rosenberg, 3-4. Range play here. Wellman. The Lions can't make it. It goes down the line for a single, leadoff single. Eisenreich 0-1. They want to sacrifice, but I'm going to ignore that. 5-2. Hey, single past the pitcher. So infield single there. 2 runners on. No one out for Kevin Steitzer. 2-4. And the fly ball to left field. No advancement. 1 away for George Brett. They're going to walk the bases loaded here. Rosenberg a little bit wild. 1 walk, 1 strikeout in the day. Bases loaded for you-know-who. Mr. Bo Jackson. Strikes out, unfortunately. Pat Tabler. 1-5. Come on, Pat. Hit it where they're not. 1-4. And that is going to be a single. Run scores. Jim Eisenreich. Runner at third. They hold Brett up. So runners at the corners with the single. 2-run score. Wellman and Eisenreich. Danny Tartanbull. 3-2 lead now. Range play again. Hit it where they're not, Danny. Hit it where they're not. And that's Pasquale who makes the catch. Inning over, 2 runs on 3 hits and no errors. But the Royals take a 3-2 lead. Schaefer, 1 for 1 with a double. And it's going to be a fly ball to Eisenreich. Ozzie Gillen. Lefty. Fly ball to Eisenreich again. And Ron Karkovice, 1 for 1 with a double. 4-5. Another range play. 41, rare play. Grounder to third baseman. Throwing error on Steitzer. It's going to be a 2-base error. So a 2-base error. Steitzer throws it way over Brett's head. Rolls all the way into right field. So 2-out error there. Gallagher against Saberhagen. He's going to get him double. That's going to tie this ball game up. Ron Karkovice scores. Saberhagen not having his best outing. 1-5 strikes him out finally to end the inning. So we got us a tie ball game going in the bottom of 4. Mike McFarland, the catcher, 2-3. He's going to strike out. And Frank White, wild we can ignore. Error chance. 3-4. No error. Pasquale makes a good play. And a walk, 2-out walk. And the steal attempt. And he's in there. Check catcher for the error. And that actually is a throwing error. He's a 10 error rating. So throwing error. So advances. And then advances again on the throwing error. I should have advanced him and then thread that, I think. So, runner. Yeah, if error. Record steal, then click below, right? Alright, so on to third base goes Brad Wellman on the steal and the throwing error. 4-5 range play. 2 outs. Hit it where they're not, Jim. 6-2. The pitcher, Rosenberg, cannot make it off the end of his glove. Hustles down the line. Rosenberg throws to Walker, not in time. And the run's going to score. Wellman in there. 4-3. Exciting game here. Rosenberg, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. 5-3. Kansas City comes right back and takes the lead. Ground ball out. And that's a 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. We go on to the top of the 5th. 4-3 KC. Harold Baines, no walk. That's good. 1-4, but he still gets a single. And you know what? He's got no stolen base. Ivan Calderon. And he is 0 for 2 on the day. Fly ball out. Pasquale, 3-5. Uh-oh. Pass ball. So, runner gets the second with 1 away. Strikes out, number 4 for the day for Saberhagen. Walker. Oh, thought we had another strikeout. 4-3. Ground ball back to Saberhagen. Throws it over to first. And that ends the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Going on to the bottom of the 5th. Rosenberg. Rosenberg. I'll continue with Rosenberg. All right. George Brett. 2-4. A lefty-lefty matchup. 5-3. Ground ball, little nubber off the end of his bat. Bo Jackson, 1 for 2. See if we get the offense rolling again. Not this time as he strikes out. And Pat Tabler, 1 for 2. And he's going to walk. 2-out walk. And they'll try and get Rosenberg through the inning here. 4-4. Tartanbull 0 for 2 on the day. He's going to double. No error. Coming around to score Pat Tabler, and they probably should have taken out Rosenberg. Bill Long is coming in. They were trying to get him through the inning, though. Mike McFarland. And Kansas City extends their lead 5-3. Single. Another error on Lions. It's a one-base error. And he's going to end up with a double. Danny Tartanbull is going to come in to score. It's now 6-3. All this happening with 2 away. Frustration for the White Sox. Another single coming around to score. No, lead runner's thrown out. Damn it. Always when we have the opportunity. Thrown out by Pasquale. So saves the run and gets the out. But that gives Saberhagen a 6-3 lead going into the top of the 6th inning. Schaefer already has a double on the day. And now has got a single as well. And Steele, stolen base, in scoring position here for Ozzie Gillen. Shortstop, and he's going to single. They're going to have runners at the corners here. And you know what? Saberhagen's day is going to be done. He's just not had it today. He's just been off. We're going to bring in our good friend Tom Gordon to pitch here in the top of the 6th. Defense is going to play in. 5-3. They walked him. So Gordon walks him. Bases loaded. They'll stay back. Give up the run for the double play if possible. Range play here. Danger zone. That's going to be a single. No. Pat Tabler takes his single away. Diving stop. Unbelievable. Show runner on second fly. Ouch. Hurt. Okay, so it was a sacrifice fly. Runner from third scores, but that could have been worse. Pat Tabler making a great defensive play there. Saves at least a run, if not more. Steve Lyons, fly ball to Jackson. And once again, bases loaded. If they only score 1 run, they're going to be frustrated here. Tom Gordon makes a good pitch and gets the last out. That is 1 run on 2 hits. Bases loaded, no one out, and they only score 1 run. Good defensive play there by Tabler in right field. Saves the day. Brad Wellman, 3-3. And a 3-3. Ground ball to short. Eisenreich 2 for 3 on the day. Eisenreich waits on the pitch from Bill Long. Ground ball back to Bill Long. And well, no home run, so it didn't matter. 51. That was a quick inning going on top of the 7th. Tom Gordon, 1-4. Strikes him out. Pasquale 0 for 2. Come on, good defensive play this time. 4-5. That's a single. And that's Brett. Brett steals it. Brett. That's 2 hits in a row he's stolen from him with great defensive plays. 4-6. And a 3-3. Fly ball out. We're on to the 7th inning stretch. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with my friends. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. Single. No error. So George Brett with the leadoff single. He's going to try to steal. He's in there. Stolen base. Bo Jackson. 6-4 KC. 5-3 Bo Jackson. Waits on the pitch. Here it comes. 2-2. Ground ball to short. Let's see. It was a short. Runner advances the ball. Hits a short. And if the runner. No. All right. They hold. So stays at second. Tabler made the great defensive play. Steps in, swinging, and misses. And Dartenbull 1 for 3. He's going to walk. Brings up McFarland, who's 2 for 3. The catcher today. Come on, McFarland. Get us a good one. Liner. So top of 8. 6-4 KC. Schaefer up. Wild we can ignore. No one on base. 5-3. No walk there by Schaefer. Ground ball out. Gillen. 5-5. Wild. We can ignore that again. 31. Ozzie Gillen 1 for 2. Ground ball down to Brett. Karkovice. 5-5. We can ignore that again. He wants to throw a wild pitch. He really, really wants to throw that wild pitch. Not sure why. 5-4 is going to be ground ball out. Brett makes the range play. Look at that. 3 range plays in a row. Going on the bottom of 8. Bottom of 8. And they're going to be bringing in Sean Higgins. Hilligus, I think is how you probably pronounce it. Against Frank White, who's 1 for 3. Strikes him out. Brad Wellman. Pop up behind the plate. Eisenreich 2 for 4. Great day for him. Single. Another good one. Steitzer 0 for 4. We could use Steitzer getting hot again. 3-3. That's not going to do it. So 3 outs away. Top of the lineup. Gallagher 2-5. And that's going to be a triple. Leadoff triple. That brings up the tying run to the plate in the form of Steve Lyons. And that's it for Gordon. They're going to be bringing in Monty again. Monty needs to shut things down. Their defense is going to play in. Steve Lyons. And strikes him out. Monty with a good strikeout. Harold Baines 3 for 4 on the day. 6-3 fly ball to right field. It's lead runner advances, so it's a sacrifice fly. They cut in that lead, but they're down to their last out. Ivan Calderon 5-4. He walks, and they're gonna. Did they put the steal on? They put the steal on. Stolen base. Gets him in scoring position. Danger, danger. Montgomery versus Pasquale. 2 outs, top of the 9th. Runner in scoring position. No strikeout. As a 1-19 would have striked him out, but the 20 is rolled. So the game goes on for Dan Pasquale. And he gets a 4-2 single. And that's going to score the tying run. And just like that, it's a tie ball game. Greg Walker, lefty, 3-6. They're going to get out of the inning, but 2 runs on 2 hits. And before you know it, it's a 6-6 ball game. That brings up Brett Jackson Tabler. Let's see if they can get that run and get out of here. Freebie baseball, says Clinton Parks. And he's going to start off with the walk. To you. George Brett actually has 16 minus 2. I don't think he... We'll let Jackson swing. I was going to try steal, but 2-4. Come on, Jackson. Come on. 36, ground ball back to the pitcher. No error on the pitcher. And it's a ground ball double play. Ah! It's not free baseball yet. 6-3. Pat Tabler could change all that. Come on, Pat. 4-3. And that's a 9. That's a double. So Pat Tabler with the double. And that brings up Danny Turnbull 1 for 3 on the day. With a double, a walk, a run, and an RBI. And Higueras is done. They're going to be bringing back in Don Paul here. Thinking they're going to go extras. Turnbull versus Don Paul. Here we go. 6-3. Come on, Danny. 1-5. No, it's not going to happen. We got extras. Extra innings here at Kauffman Stadium. Montgomery versus Schaefer. And nothing there. 62 ground ball to second. Gillen. Ozzie going the lefty. And that's to Jackson. Error on Jackson. 2-base error for Jackson as he misplays the ball. Monty's done. I'm going to be bringing in Steve Farr. 1 out. Runner at second. Ron Kokrovice. No hit by pitch. Close. And that is out at first. 2-way for Gallagher. No walk. 6-5. 17 is going to be fly ball out. Let's go on to the bottom of 10th. McFarland, White, and Wellman against Don Paul. And no leadoff walk. Almost. Look at that. Just missed it again. 1-4. Ground ball to Lions. Frank White. 6-3. Frank White is 1 for 4 with a strikeout. Fly ball to left. 2-way for Wellman. 2-5. Range play. 6-6. That's a single. No, it's not. Gallagher makes the play. Steals a single. No runs, no hits, no errors. Go on to the 11th. Steve Farr against Steve Lyons. Battle of the Stevie boys. Let's see which Steve wins. Fly ball to right, so Steve Farr won that matchup. No strikeout again. 6-6. Fly ball to center. Ivan Calderon, 0 for 4. And a strikeout. So you go on to the bottom of the 11th. Crowds on their feet. Eisenreich, Steitzer, and Brett. Uh-oh. Say it isn't so. Oh, he just missed it. Just missed it. 5-4. He does get a single. Pass short. And they're going to put on the steal. And stolen base. Nothing they can do about it. Runner in second base, Kevin Steitzer. Defense is going to play corners in. And, of course, we're going to try to not steal. We want sacrifice. Sacrifice him over if we can. 31. Walks them. George Brett, terrible bunter. Terrible bunter. George Brett. Now we're just going to let George Brett swing. 4-4. Strikes out. And they're going to try the pickoff here. It's a 1. He balks. He balks trying to pick off. And that moves the runners up for Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson, 6-6 ball game, 1 away. Bo Jackson is 1 for 5, very prone to strikeout. Al, Red Sox fan, shows up just in time. Did they check me for walking pneumonia? Yeah, they probably should have. Who knows? I don't care. Bo Jackson, 1 for 5, very prone for strikeouts. Wild pitch wins it. Anything wins it. Don Paul's days is done, though. They're going to be bringing in Bobby Thigpen. They can't wait any longer. Thigpen versus Bo Jackson. Power versus power. Here we go. 1 away. 4-4. They get a Jackson card. They get a Jackson card. 5-6. Ground ball. Is the runner going to try to score? Yes. Will the defense try auto out at first? No. They got to try for home. 6. If D6 is higher than the base runner, then out. Otherwise, what? If the D6 is higher than the base runner, I'm going to undo this. Because defense would have played in, and that would have adjusted his base running ability. So I don't. So I'm going to undo this. There we go. Undo. All right. So defense will play in, obviously. They can't let him score. They tried to. So then it was a. All right. To be fair, it doesn't matter what this roll was. I think it was this one right here. I think it was 4-4. We came down and we did Jackson. Jackson had a G6, I believe. So like there. And then it said, is the base runner on third going to try to score? Yes. And will the defense try for the auto out at first? No. And the roll was a 6. So I think he is actually forced out at the plate. Advancing on the play, fielder's choice is what should have happened. So I'm trying to be fair to everyone, not just give the game to Kansas City. Unfortunately, I would have liked to have that one back, but that's the way it'll be. Well, it still gives us another shot at it, though. 2-way here. Pat Tabler, 2 for 4. They're gonna intentionally walk Tabler. Yes, it was an intentional walk. This way they can set up an out at any base. Doesn't matter how many runs score. Plus, they want to face off against Tartan Bull, which is not having as good a day. It's 1 for 4. 4-6. Can he do it? Can he do it? Oh, no. He's out. We go on for more free baseball. Top of the 12th. 6-6 ball game. Al Red Sox fan is tied. Holy cow. Well, that's one higher. Not higher. Well, that's not higher. Game over. True, the infield would have played in. It's tied again. Taylor will get the game-winning hit. Unfortunately, didn't. Top of 12. 6-6. And a leadoff walk by Steve Farr. That is not what I wanted to see. Corners in, thinking they're going to bunt. And they are going to try to sacrifice, even though he's not very good at it. 2-4. Successful sacrifice. And Steve Farr's day is going to be done. We're going to bring in Terry Leach to face off against Safer. Safer's 2 for 5 with the double. 2-4. Uh-oh. Oh, good. He hits no home runs. That was a little nerve-wracking there for a second. Liner. No double play, though. So 2 away for Ozzie Gillen. 4-2. And a strikeout by Terry Leach. Good, quick inning. The game continues, says Al Red Sox fan. Yes, sir. McFarland, Frank White, Brent Willman. And if Kansas City loses this, they're going to shoot themselves in the foot. They had a chance in the 9th inning to win it. They had a chance in the 10th inning. And you just saw the chance in the 11th inning. They've had 3 chances to win this game. And every time they have failed in their attempt. Interesting enough, it would have been a double. And this is how bad things go when things go bad. It could have been a leadoff double. But notice we have a 1 here. This pitcher, if he has a special K result, if anytime there's a 1 rolled down here, he gets the result instead of the card. So instead of a double, it is going to be a strikeout. Unbelievable. You take my double off the board and give him a strikeout. Well, there's a walk at least. I show up Al's here, I expect Chester to blame shenanigans on the part of the Red Sox fan. That's it. When you got Clinton Parks and Al Red Sox fan, and I got 3 opportunities to win the game, and I can't do it, there is some shenanigans going on. Don't roll a 1, 2-3, 2-3. And that's going to be a ground ball. No error. And, of course, a ground ball double play. To end the inning, we're on to the top of the 13th. Ron Karkovice versus Terry Leach. 4-5. And strikes him out. Dave Gallagher, 3-4. He's going to walk. 1 out walk. Steve Lyons, 4-5. Steve Lyons, single. Throwing error on Leach. It's going to be a 1-base error. And now we have runners at 2nd and 3rd. Defense will play in. Only 1 out. Harold Baines, 3 for 5, batting .519. We're going to intentionally walk him. Intentionally walk him. Loads the bases. We'll play back. Go for the ground ball double play. Come on, defense. Calderon, 2-4. Oh, no. Oh, no. Say it isn't so. Say it isn't so. Oh, my God. 1-9, and this one's going, and it is not gone. It is caught in the outfield by Jim Eisenreich, who reaches over the wall and makes the catch. But, unfortunately, It is deep enough to send the runner home. And just like that, the White Sox take a 7-6 lead here in the top of the 13th on the almost grand slam home run by Ivan Calderon. Only thing that kept this game going is Eisenreich's great catch in the outfield. Thigpen out against Eisenreich, Steitzer, and George Brett. If anyone gets on, Mr. Bo Jackson will have an opportunity. We're in the bottom of the 13th, 7-6, 5-5, and a leadoff walk. Whoa, say it isn't so. And they want him to steal. Stolen base. So before you know it, runners at second. Corners in, thinking they're bunting. And in fact, they are going to put on the sacrifice. Putting on the sack. Come on, sacrifice. Successful sacrifice. There you go. Get that runner over with less than 2 outs. George Brett, the lefty, against Thigpen, the righty. Can they tie it up? 5-2. Ground ball to short. I did it again. I'm going to have to undo this one again. They would have played in. I forgot to click it. No, they're not going to try to score. Undo. Yes. Crap. Are you? There you go. Okay. Come on. Undo it. Damn it. All right. So defense would have played in. I don't even remember what the frick was hit. It was a ground ball to short, right? So, I think it was actually like this and then this. So is the base runner from third going to try to score? And I'm going to say no, and they will take the out at first. So there we go. So better safe than sorry. Two-way. Bo Jackson got another opportunity. He's only 1 for 6 on the day. Do they pitch to Jackson? I think they do. He's prone for strikeouts. 3-5. Just like I said, strike him out, and that's it. Chicago defeats Kansas City 7-6. 2 games in a row. The White Sox have beat up on the Royals, and everything you could possibly imagine that could go wrong did go wrong. I had a double taken away by a strikeout. My gosh, I can't believe it. There are so many shenanigans. I can't even begin to go into it. 13 hits, 2 doubles, no triples, no home runs, 9 walks, 9 strikeouts, 4 stolen bases, and can get the job done. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Disappointment amounts as our record falls to 48-38. Those last 2 games have not been good ones. Wow. Well, that's baseball for you, my friends. Well, we got Cubs Cardinals tonight starting in about 10 minutes, so you know what that means. I'm out of here. I got to go watch my Cardinals beat up on the silly, yucky, disgusting Cubs. So I'm sure everyone will be rooting for the Cardinals tonight to beat up on them Cubs. Anyways, Al, Red Sox fan, couldn't barks. Thanks, guys, for showing up. We'll see you guys soon. Take care, you guys. We'll see you guys soon. Au revoir. Thanks for stopping by. See you guys next time.